It's Ruel here, and we are going to be playing Ethnos, a game by Paolo Mori with art by John Howe, published by Cool Mini or Not. Hello, here I am. Thank you for joining me today. I'm so happy to be here because we're going to be playing one of my favorite games, Ethnos. This is a game of control, and you're going to be playing bands of allies to take over the kingdom of Ethnos. There are actually 6 different kingdoms in the land of Ethnos, and it's a lot of fun. It's this really cool combination. If you're familiar with the games Blood Rage and Ticket to Ride, it's like the perfect melding of the game. So I want to thank you again for joining me. We're going to jump right into it because you're going to be playing with me. So I'll be playing as one player, you'll be playing the other. If you're in chat, please shout out your comments there. I'm going to give you choices to make as we play the game. There is the board right here. This is the land of Ethnos that we're talking about. The 6 kingdoms. We have Ithnes, Pelagon, Stratton, Althea, Duris, and Rhea here. And the allies. This is going to be my hand of allies, and this will be your hand here. You'll notice we have some over here. This is the tableau that we'll be choosing from. I've got the game all set up, and actually, let me take this piece off here. That's not supposed to be there yet. Y'all caught me. I was trying to get one of my tribes onto the board already, but that is not how it starts. We start like this. The land of Ethnos, we have different tribes in this deck that we're going to be playing in order to take over or control each of the lands. You'll notice that they have the 1, 2, and 3. In a 2-player game, we're playing only 2 ages. In 3 and up, or 3 to 6 player games, we'll be playing up to 3 ages. But here we're only playing 2 ages. I love the fact that this game is so streamlined. What you're doing on your turn, you're doing one of 2 things. You will either draw an ally from here or from the tableau into your hand. Your hand is here, my hand is here. Or you can play a band of allies to invade one of these provinces here, or kingdoms here in Ethnos. For example, if I had 1 wizard, I can go to Rhea, and Rhea is here, so I would place one of my tribes, or my control markers representing my tribe of wizards here. So in order to take control of one of these kingdoms, you need to play cards equal to the number or greater than the number of markers you have. So if I want to raid Rhea, of course I would only do 1 right now because I don't have any markers there yet. Want to shout out everyone. Thank you for joining me today. We are playing Ethnos. I'm going to jump right into it. We have our starting cards, and I have a wizard, so I don't see any wizards here. I do see Rhea. I could take that into my hand because when you invade or when you play a band of allies into a land, you can either play all the same kingdom. For example, if I have a bunch of Rheas, I would play that. Or I can play all the same number of types. So I can play all wizards, or you can play all minotaurs, or you can play all ones from Duris or Althea, and so forth. So there are 6 tribes. There are 12 in the game, but you just randomly choose 6. I've randomly chosen the 6 we're playing with today. I'll talk about them as they come up, but we are playing with the wizards, elves, merfolk, minotaur, dwarves, and wingfolk. All right. So my turn's first. I'm going to draw because you can have up to 10 of your allies in your hand at a time. I am going to draw, let me see. I'm going to draw a Rhea. Let's see. So here's the tableau. I'm going to draw a Rhea because I do want to play that wizard eventually. Okay. And then if you're in chat, feel free to shout out. Do you, A, recruit an ally? And you can recruit either from here or just blind off the top of the deck. Or B, you can play one of your bands into here, okay? So for this example, you could either... So it really helps, like early on in the game, you really want to, stack up your cards in your hand. So you have a Minotaur, and it's for Althea. So Althea here, you'll notice it's worth a big 8 points, folks. I've got Rhea here, and now that I realize I probably shouldn't have done that because Rhea is only worth 2 points at the end of this age. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab Althea, or you are going to grab Althea. That is letter choice A is recruit, and again letter choice B is to play a band here. So now we have our hand of 2 cards. You can have up to 10. If you have any questions about gameplay, I would love to talk about this. We're going to do it all at the very end. We're changing things up a little bit today. We're going to do it all at the end. We're going to hang out and talk about the game, and then we'll see what we think of Ethnos. I want to thank you all again for joining me. Hope you're having a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be. Again, my name is Ruel Gaviola. I'm so happy to be here playing Ethnos. I am going to recruit an ally. And I see some elves there. You know what? I'm going to change my strategy right off the bat. So I have this wizard. I may have to play him later. But here's the interesting thing about Ethnos. Every time, so I'm going to recruit. Let's recruit this elf for Duras. Oh, actually, look, Duras is worth 4, and I have Stratton. Stratton's worth 2. So yeah, I'm going to take this one in my hand. So the interesting thing is when you play a band of allies, you're going to discard those allies. You're going to keep them in front of you to score. But then the rest of your cards in your hand, they're going to go to the tableau over there on the right. So really interesting mechanism. Let's see. I am going to go with... So y'all have a decision. Do you want to recruit a Stratton elf? Right now you have a merfolk and a minotaur. So let's take a quick look at what those do. So the merfolk is a really interesting card. You advance X number of spaces on the merfolk track. Now what that means is the number of allies that you play in the merfolk. So if I had... In this example, you have 2 Altheas. You can play that band to go in Althea, and again, if you have the most control there at the end of the age, you'll get 8 points. But you'll go up the Merfolk track. What's the Merfolk track? Glad you asked, Ruel. What the Merfolk track is, you can't see it. I have it off screen here. This track here. Oh, by the way, you are the pink controller marker. I am the yellow. You have played in this example, and you know, let's do that. I think this is a great way to start. Let's do the merfolk here. So you're going to take one of your control markers and raid or play it to Althea right here. So if the round were to stop, you would get 8 points. Second, then after the first age score, you're going to score that. It's worth 8 points for both ages. But what you do is you play the merfolk. Again, you have both Althea cards. You're going to put this aside. I'll keep it off the side here because you're going to score it at the end of the age as well. So scoring happens twice at the end of the age. You're going to get points for your kingdoms. For each kingdom where you score, whoever has the most control there, whoever has the most tribes will gain that many points. And then you're also going to score the number of cards in that band. So just like Ticket to Ride, you're going to score depending on how many cards you played. So in this case, you have played 2 cards, you will gain 1 glory. And these are the points here. You're going to do that at the end of the age. So, friends, in chat, you are on the board first with, you have raided, or you have invaded, played in your band of merfolk. The leader is merfolk in Althea. You have your marker there. You've played a band of 2, okay? So the 2, you will go 1, 2 spots up on the merfolk track. I am here at 0 still. Whenever you get to one of these markers here, at the 4, 7, 12, and 18 point values, you get to place a free marker anywhere on the board. So just straight up, you get a free tribe anywhere in the 6 provinces. So you can use it to shore up, you know, perhaps Althea, or you can just straight go somewhere else, like maybe this one here, Duras, which is worth 4 in this age, but hey, 10 big points at the end of the second age. So the markers, the tribes will stay there between ages. So as you build up, you are going to be exerting your control over the 6 provinces here. All right. Hey, don't forget to stay hydrated, friends. It's getting warm out there. I'm going to hydrate real quick. And you have completed your turn. You've played your 2 cards. You would discard any other cards in your hand, but you don't have any. So good job, chat. You're on the board. I, on the other hand, am going to draw. So I'm going to draw this one here. I now have 2 elves, a wizard. Actually, I have 3 elves in my hand now. Okay, and in your turn, A or B, let me know in chat. Obviously, you're going to do A because you have no cards. You're just going to draw. You now have a Althea dwarf in your hand. And I'm going to go next. You know, I'm going to continue because you can have up to 10 cards in your hand. So I'm going to draw. I've drawn a Rhea wingfolk. I'm going to just put it over here so y'all can see it. Okay. And then we're going to go to your turn, A or B. You could, actually, no, you couldn't. Here's why you could not. You could not play this band, a single band of dwarves into Althea. Why can't you do that? Because you already have 1 marker there. That means you have to play at least 2, a hand size of 2 of your allies into there. So your band, you're going to draw. There's nothing in the nothing in the tableau, so you're going to draw from the top of the deck. Hey, you've gotten an elf. Good for you. All right, speaking of elves, let's see. I can go to Rhea. That's only worth 2, though. Stratton's worth 2 and 6. I'm going to play Duras. So here's what happens. I'm going to play 3 elves. Again, you can either play 3 of the same type of tribe, or you can play 3 of the same kingdom. So obviously the kingdoms are different here. I get to choose which kingdom, because they're all elves, which kingdom I'm going to go into. I'm going to go to Duras, because I want those 4 points at this age, but I'm trying to go a little... I'm thinking long-term strategy here, so I want to get those 10 at the end of the second age as well. So let's go with Duras Elf. So I can place one of my elf tribe markers right there. So I'm taking over, folks. At the end of the age, this is a band of 3. I'm going to set this aside. So as we noted earlier, set of 3. That's going to be 3 glory at the end of this age. Okay, so I'm going to just set these on the side here. Y'all can't see it yet. Now, here's the interesting part. I was talking about this earlier. The rest of the cards in my hand, they will now be discarded face up. So you... and all the opponent, well, in this case, just you, you have a chance to draw from here. So these go here. I have nothing in my hand. Okay, so now it is your turn. You have Althea, Pelagon, you have an elf and a dwarf. There is a wingfolk and a wizard, so pretty much almost one of each tribe out. Let me know A or B. A is to recruit an ally that's taking from the top of the deck blind or drawing from the tableau here. Or B, which is to play a band into the land here. And hey, our friend Andrew, thank you, Andrew, says A, so they're going to recruit. We can either recruit from the tableau or we can recruit from the thing here. I want to thank everyone for all the A's. Wow, everyone's okay. Y'all are smarter than me. You're picking A. I think that is a great move, actually, because you want to build up that hand. That's what I'll be doing on my turn. You can either take from here or here. I'm assuming since you have an elf and dwarf, let's see if maybe you can pair something up here. There, hey, you've got another elf. So you've got 2 Pelagon elves and a dwarf. And just as a reminder, what the elf does, this is really cool. I like the elf. You may keep up to X cards in your hand. What's that mean? Glad you asked, Ruel. When you play Pelagon, if you play Pelagon elves, so you put your tribe marker here, you would play these, then you may keep up to X amount of cards in your hand. The X means whatever you play here, in this case 2, you may keep 2 of your cards in your hand. At this point, you only have 1, so it doesn't really pay off right now. But once you get a bunch of elves in your hand, you play them, you will score them, and normally, right, you would get rid of or discard your cards to the tableau. But in this case, by playing the elves, you know, they're a little tricky, they're a little sly, so they can allow you to keep a tribe cards in your hand. Okay, so here is this. I am going to go with, so y'all have done that, so now it's my turn. I need to draw. You know, I really like that wizard, and I'll show you what the wizard does right here. What the wizard does is, when you play the wizard, sort of like the elves. So the elves, you know, when you play the elves, you can keep cards in your hand from your hand. The wizard, after you discard, so you play the wizards, after you discard your hand, you may not draw that many cards from the deck. So if I played a band of, say, like 3, I can draw 3 cards after I discard. So that's another way to get cards back in your hand, rather than starting like right now. I'm straight up on empty right now. So what I'm going to do for my action, I'm going to recruit this wizard into here. Now I'm going to turn it back to y'all. I want to thank y'all again for hanging out in chat. Really appreciate it. Stick around, because we're going to talk about the game after we go through a big run through of it here. Again, A, you either recruit from the top of the deck or over there to the tableau, or B, you play a band into the land here. At this point, you cannot play Althea, because you already have one of your markers there and you need at least 2. But you could play the elves into Pelagon here. Now, Pelagon, sort of a bummer. It's not worth anything now, but it is worth 2 points at the end of the second age. However, as always, you will always get the points scored on the band according to this part of the board here, which I'll blow up for you right here. 1 card in a band is worth no glory, but up to 6, and that's, again, Ticket to Ride style, folks. You get 6 or more cards in a band, that's 15 big points. So you may want to think about that. Let's go here. So we got Pelagon, Elf. What would y'all like to do? A or B? Recruit or play a band into here? Looks like we're going to recruit. So Why don't you try to recruit another elf? You know, we'll talk about the dwarf. Actually, did we talk about the dwarf? Let me show the dwarf. You have a dwarf in hand, and what this means, this band counts as +1 for end of age scoring. So we were just looking at that chart, the handy dandy scoring chart here. So if you played a band of 3 dwarves, normally it's 3 points. Now with the dwarf, it's actually +1. So you're going to look at, instead of 3 points, it's worth 6 points because it's like having 4 in the band. Really cool ability. That's one of the things I love about this game. Each tribe has its own unique ability, whether it's for scoring or for getting your tribes out onto the kingdoms here. So let's recruit. Thank you again for joining us. We're going to recruit here. So you've gotten a merfolk. That's Pelagon. Now you could use the Pelagons all together here. Don't forget, you either do all kingdoms or you can do all the same tribe. Okay, so it's my turn. I am going to go here. I'm drawing. Hey, I got an elf and I got a Rhea. So Rhea's there. You all have Pelagon elves. Would you like to recruit, or would you like to play a band into the kingdoms? All right, let's recruit. Yeah, build up that hand, folks. That's such a smart move because you can have up to 10. Now, you're going to eventually discard, but hopefully with those elves, you'll be able to keep some of those cards. So now you have 3 Pelagons, 2 of them elves, 1 merfolk. You have a Minotaur for Duras and an Althea dwarf. All right. And yeah, I see some of the... thank you again for all the comments and hanging out with me in chat, folks. Yeah, this game is so good. Okay, so I'm also going to draw. Ooh, I got a Minotaur. Okay, so I've got a Minotaur. Okay. And I don't know if we talked about Minotaurs yet. Let's take a look at the Minotaur. So the Minotaur, this band counts as +1 for placing a marker on the board. So we were talking about that rule of if I wanted to go to Duras, I need to play at least a band of 2 because I have 1 marker there. But this Minotaur counts as a +1. So actually by playing this, if instead of just 1, it actually counts as 2. So I could do this if it said Duras, but it's Stratton, so I cannot. But this really helps is once those tribes are out, once there's a bunch of tribes on the board, this really helps out. Gives you a little more flexibility as far as, hey, I don't have enough of one type, but with the Minotaur, it does give me a +1 if I can play that there. So back to your turn. You now have 3, 4, 5 cards. You can have up to 10. Do you want to recruit, which is A, or do you want to play a band, which is B? And you do have a marker here in Althea right now. So it looks like the A's have it, as they would say, or as I would say. Hey, another Pelagon, and it's another merfolk. So you got 2 merfolk. Just as a reminder, friends, the merfolk board here, you're at 2. If you get to 3, and you get, depending on how big your band is, you can move up multiple spaces. But here, you would get a free marker. You could just place that anywhere on the board, which is really cool. And it also counts as its own kingdom. So at the end of the age, first age you get 1 point, and then the second age you get 3 points. So nice little bonus there, points and getting additional markers. So y'all have really done a good job of building up your hand. I am going to go with, so I've got a Rhea out there. I've got 3 Rheas, and I don't know, I don't want to, I'm going to go, let's see, Stratton there. I'm going to draw off the top of the deck. I've got a Duras merfolk. Okay, so that will probably help me. Well, that doesn't help me right now, but hopefully we'll be able to do something there. All right, back to you all. You can do A or B, recruit or play a band. It's still early in the game. There's plenty of kingdoms to be had here. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 6. Let's. It looks like the A's have it again. You are going to draw. Boom, Stratton. Hey, man, I could use that one. Okay, so you now have 2 merfolk, 1 wingfolk. And why don't we look at the wingfolk real quick? The wingfolk. Again, not to be confused with the merfolk, but the wingfolk, you can place your marker on any kingdom of the board. So if you played the wingfolk, let's say, let me see. Oh, you only have 1. There's only 1 Stratton. So let's say you had 1 Stratton. You would place your marker here, right? Normally. But because it's a wingfolk leader, right? The one that you're playing on leading with, you can place it in any kingdom. Now, this, you still have to follow the normal rules of placement. You still have to have 1 more than this, but if you played it here, this might be sort of cool because Duras only has 1 of mine. It doesn't count against you, so you could play 1 there with your wingfolk. And even though it says Stratton, you could go to Duras. So that's a cool cool. Another great little tribe there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 7 cards. I have 4. I'm going to draw again. I've got a Stratton Dwarf. So Stratton, I'm going to do these by color, I think. Yeah. Okay. So here's all the different kingdoms. Getting a little crowded here. Now you can recruit, or you can play a band into the land. Hey, play a band into the land. I'm a poet. I don't even know it. Let's do the recruit. It looks like the A's have it again. Okay, Althea. So Althea's here, but it's a merfolk. Now let's say you have 1, 2, 3 merfolk. If you were to lead on your next turn, if you were going to play a band with your merfolk, you have a choice. You can play all merfolk, and you could go into Althea, which is worth 8 points. And you have one there already. You are playing 3. So all you have to do is play 2 to get there, but you can play 3. You can always play more than you have to, which is a great thing to do because, again, once again, those points right there, if you play 3, you're going to get 3 glory at the end of the round. I'm placing the bands off to the side because we don't have any room here, but you can play either an Althea or Pelagon. Pelagon, I think we're just going to ignore Pelagon because, look, it's only worth 0 points this round. I mean, you can still score bands off of it. That's fine. It's only 2 points at the end of the age. It looks like most of the action is going to be here. Althea, 8 and 8. Duras, 4 and 10. And then Ithnes for 6 and 8. Oh, the Stratton's not bad for the second age. You have a 2 and a 6. So what are you going to do? Folks, actually, it's my turn right now. So y'all got to think about that. Let's think about your turn there. What you're going to do. You're going to either play a band into the land. Play band into the land. That's the new hit song in Ethnos. I don't know if y'all know it. They have a Billboard chart of hits out there, and Band in the Land is #1 with a bullet. I'm going to go next. I'm going to recruit. Let's see. I can do a Whirring Folk. No, I don't need that because I don't really care about Rhea. I want to get into here. I want the action here. So Althea, Wizard. Oh, I like that Wizard. Okay. Althea. So I can play 2 wizards. And the wizards, once I play them, I place my markers as usual, but then I get to draw that number of cards into my hand. Yeah, the song got boxed. That's the new song, the new big hit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have 8. You can have 2 more. Do y'all want to recruit A or play a band B? Let's take a look here. Y'all let me know in chat. Thank you again for playing Ethnos with me. Wonderful game. We've got an answer here in chat. Letter B, which is play a band, Althea. All right. So letter B, Althea. So let's raid in Althea. You can either do these 2, Althea, merfolk, and a dwarf, or you can do all the merfolk. Let's, I feel like that's what you're gonna do. Yeah, that makes the most sense. So merfolk, Althea. You played all the merfolk here. So 1, 2, 3, and into Althea. So you get a second marker. I'm gonna put it right on top here. So you've got 2 there now. Whoops. And this is going to be scored at the end of the round. Again, it is a set of 3, so you'll get 3 glory at the end of the age. These I'm going to put on the side here. That's your band. Now, you're going to discard the rest of your hand. So all of these are going into the tableau. Okay. So this is one thing I really like about this game. You can't just hoard, unlike Ticket to Ride where you can just hoard cards. You can't do that here. You have to be able to manage your hand. So the merfolk are gone, and then now it is my turn. I am going to play. You know what I'm going to do? Glad you asked, Ruel. What I'm going to do, I'm going to play Althea. So I'm using my wizards. So both of these match. The wizards, I get 2, so I'm going to go Althea. That's my 1 marker there. This will score me. Let's check how many points. 2 cards, 1 point, 1 glory at the end of the age. I put this to the side because I will score my bands at the end. Now, I discard all of these into the tableau. But let's take one more look at that wizard ability, folks. The wizard ability allows me to draw the number of wizards I played from the deck. So I played a band of 2. I get 2 cards. Haha. So I got 1, 2. I got a dwarf and a merfolk. I should probably move up that merfolk track because y'all are up there already and you're about to get a freebie. So now you get to recruit. Don't we get another marker on Althea? That's a good question. No. So the markers, you get every band that you play. You had 1 previously, and each band that you play is equal to 1 marker. So you get that one there. Okay. And now you have a choice. You can either recruit or you can either play a band. Obviously, you can't play a band, so you're going to recruit. You could recruit from here. We got a huge stack of in the tableau here to choose from. Got a bunch of elves Got a bunch of wing folk, merfolk. And I want to thank you all again for hanging out with me. Thanks for joining me, friends. Whoever, y'all have been showing up. There's a bunch of people showing up. I love it. Thank you so much. You are playing Ethnos with me. This is my hand here. You have nothing in your hand now. You're going to draw. So you got a bunch of elves. You got dwarves. We have Althea, Ithnes, and Durus are the hot spots in the land right now. Let me change this thing real quick here. Changing this on the fly. I was just looking at the things in chat here, and you know, the beauty of live streaming, folks. There's all kinds of wacky things that can happen. I'm going to change one thing real quick. Okay, we are good to go. This is your turn to draw. So why don't we draw? Let's see. I'm probably going to go for dwarves or merfolk. So why don't even though you don't know what I'm doing here, or you're not supposed to know, why don't you draw some elves? Because there's an elf there for, is it Pelagon? Do you want Pelagon? That's not, we're going to stay away from Pelagon for now. Because, okay, Durus is the hot spot. So why don't we get a Durus Minotaur for y'all? Okay, cool. My turn. I've got Ithnes, Rhea. Okay, Ithnes, is there any more Ithnes? No, there's not. But I'm going to look for a merfolk. Yeah, so I'm going to match up the merfolk here. Okay, that's my turn. And then you are next. You can either A, recruit, or B, play a band, but right now you're in full recruitment mode. Durus, there's no more Durus. Is there a Minotaur out there? There is a Minotaur. So you recruit. Yeah, we got an A for Durus, which is, let me see, Durus. Gotten that. Is there another Durus? There is not another Durus card to recruit, but there is a Minotaur. So you can recruit the Minotaur, and then if you want to play into Durus, you would play it like this. You would use the Minotaur as your leader. All right, cool. Good decision. I am going to draw. Is there another merfolk out there? There's a wing folk. A couple of wing folks there. There's Rhea. You know what? I'm going to draw off the top of the deck. Ooh, Stratton. Okay, Stratton with an elf. It is what it is. That's the luck of the draw. Now is back to your turn, chat. A or B, recruit or play. You have a couple of Minotaurs. B, Durus. Okay, so you're going to play into Durus. Good decision. You're going to lead with your Minotaur. And that is the Minotaur's match. That's two of them. You'll place one of your markers in Durus. Okay. And then you will score this one here. So this is actually cool. You could have, I think you all saw this. You could have played the 1 here. It counts as +1 for placing a marker. So later on, if you played that, if you needed to play more than 1, then this counts as +1. But again, we're looking at the points. You got to think about the glory. You get 1 glory at the end of the round by playing these 2. So I'll put these off to the side. You will now discard the rest in your hand. Hey, nothing else in your hand. You don't have to discard. Back to me. I need to play Durus. I'm really trying to get into Durus. I need another one. I could do, oh, actually Ithnes. No, I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna try to get some points, y'all. So okay, there's a Stratton Wizard. The Wizard is nice because I get more points, or I get cards back. Let's see. We got a bunch of elves there. Why don't y'all? So A or B? Do you want to recruit here, or do you want to play? Well, you can't play. So B. It's gonna definitely be a recruit. Tell you what. We're gonna see let's see what's in the deck for y'all. Okay. There is Althea. So you got an Althea dwarf. I am still going to... I really want to get more Ithnes. I don't know where the Ithnes are on the deck. Hopefully we draw one here. Nope. It's another Rhea dwarf, which I don't really care about right now. You have an Althea dwarf. Althea's here. So in order to play your band, you have 2 tokens here. They are stacked up on each other. So you 1, 2. You will have to play a band of at least 3. Okay. So let's continue going here. Here's an Althea dwarf for y'all. You're going to recruit. Okay. Yep, there it is. Hey, I read your mind. A dwarf. Yeah. Now it's back to my turn. I'm going to draw off the deck here. Hey, there's an Ithnes. That's exactly what I wanted. So, okay. So I can either do this or this. So I have options. I can either play 2 Ithnes or 2 merfolk into Ithnes. Actually, I could do merfolk or elf. All right, so back to you. Your turn. You have Althea, 2 Althean dwarves. Is it Althean? I believe that's how they say it in Althea. The Althean dwarves. You can either pick, let's see. There's no more Althea. There is a dwarf there. So why don't we take a dwarf? Or let's see. Oh, yeah, it looks like, okay, there. A dwarf. Thank you. I read your mind again. All right. So you have 3 dwarves. And the dwarves, don't forget, during the age of scoring, let me throw this up on the screen here real quick. During the age of scoring, this band counts as +1. So right now, as it stands, you're gonna, if you played 3 dwarves, it's 3 points. But because of that +1, you get the 4 point, or you get the 6 points of glory rather than the 3. So that's a cool, good move, chat. I want to keep drawing here. Do I want to? Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna draw. Okay, I've drawn Althean wingfolk. I have merfolk. Okay, it's a little. Okay, I think I already know what I'm going to do on my next turn. Yeah, you know, I got to keep drawing. So now your choice, friends, A or B. Do you want to recruit or would you like to play? And we have A, letter B, Stratton. So letter B, dwarf. So this counts as a +1 to the age of scoring. So rather than the 0 points that you get for playing a band of 1, you're actually going to get 1 point for playing a band of 1 plus the dwarf. So that's a good move. And you get to place 1 here, Stratton. Obviously, you have you're doing a really great job of covering up a bunch of these different kingdoms. Yeah, you can play all the dwarves. Thank you. Oh, great point. This is, y'all are on top of it. I am out of it. So yeah, you have now played 3 dwarves. You still get to place the 1 token, but instead of the 3-point bonus at the end of the age, you'll get 6 points of glory. So well done. Good call. Is that Andrew Scott 71? Thank you, Andrew Scott 71. So that's going to be scored there. You get rid of the rest of your cards in your hand, but you don't have any. Well done, well done. Now it's my turn. I am going to play the elves. I have 2 elves. Unfortunately, just 2 elves. I wanted to play more, but that's okay. But what's cool is, okay, so I'm going to Ethnos because that my elf leader leading our way into the land of Ethnos. Thank you, Mr. Elf or Miss Elf. And then I will score points at the end of the age. These get tucked away to score. And then, because of the elf power, let me just show you that again. The elf ability, you may keep up to X cards in your hand. I played a hand of 2, so I get to keep 2. So what I'm going to do, I want to keep these merfolk. Okay, so my next round, I can start loading up on those. And then the rest of my hand gets discarded. You know, I'm going to put the discards here. I feel like with all the discards happening here, it's going to be a little easier to get to. There. Decision on the fly here. There's all that. And then you, friends, in chat, you get to choose. Do you want to recruit from the tableau or do you want to recruit from the top of the deck, which is a blind draw? Let's see. A or B. A is off the top of the deck or B, one of these. And just let me know which ones you would like. We have a wizards. We have, hey, A is going to be off the top of the deck. All right. Boom. You have a merfolk. Oh, an Ethnos merfolk. That's the one I wanted. Darn it. Okay, so I have merfolk here. Are there any merfolk? There are no merfolk. A bunch of wingfolk, elves. Ooh, I could start loading up on elves again, which gives me a chance to not only go to a different kingdom, but also keep cards in my hand. Rhea elf. I have a Pelagon elf. I don't want Pelagon. Ooh, nowhere elves. But I can do wingfolk. Wingfolk might be the way to go because you can go anywhere. No, but I was thinking about the elves. I want the elves because that allows me to keep cards in my hand. So I'm going to draw this elf. And it's back to you all. Would you like to draw A off the top of the deck or B from one of these stacks here in the tableau? And just let me know which one you would like. We've got, I'm going to put these by color. We've got Rhea. We've got Pelagon. We've got Stratton. And looks like y'all in chat want to go off the top of the deck. A good call. And you've got a, oh, Duras. Nice. Okay. So there's that. You've got an elf, Duras, and a merfolk for Ethnos. I am going to draw, or let me see. Where's that Stratton? No, it's a Stratton wizard. Okay. Now I'm going to go with my elf strategy. We're going to load up on the elves. I'll move my cards just a little here. So here's your tableau. Would you like to go A off the top of the deck or B on from the tableau? It looks like A is the one again. All right, A. The A's have it. Ooh, lucky. You got a Stratton merfolk. So there's your merfolk. I will, now it's my turn. As you can see, the game moves quickly. I love this about Ethnos. You are doing one of two things, either recruiting allies or playing that band of allies to the kingdom. I'm going to get another elf. And then y'all, your choice is letter A, top of the deck, or letter B, and which tribe you would like to recruit into your ally. Looks like B, Ethnos. All right, so B, you're going to play the merfolk. Nice, nice, nice. So B, Ethnos, you've led with the merfolk. They're both merfolk, but you're leading with Ethnos. So Ethnos now has one of your tribes there. And then you're going to advance X number of space on the merfolk track. Well done, chat. So what you do now, you played a band of 2, 1, 2. You have completed this one here. So you get to place a free marker anywhere you want. Wow. So shout out in chat. And you're going to also get a point for playing a band of 2. In chat, would you like to put a second marker in Ethnos, Duras, or Stratton? Or would you like to place your first marker in Pelagon or Rhea, which honestly you don't want to do. I mean, I probably wouldn't do it because it's worth 0 and 2. Or you can put a third marker on Althea, which is probably the best choice. Because if you put it there, you're going to have, you have control of Althea at the end of the game. Okay, Ethnos is even better. Or no, actually Ethnos. Okay, so let's go with that. So now you're going to have control there. The way we score the kingdoms at the end of the age here, we look at who has the most control markers, and they get that many points. And in the 2-player game, you're going to get the full 8. Unless you tie, then you're going to split the 8 or the 6 or whatever. Okay, well done. Ethnos has got it. Well done. And it's my turn. Oh, by the way, you've played those merfolk. Now these go back into the tableau. Or actually, this is the tableau here. And your 1 remaining card will go to the tableau. And then I am going to go with... What is... Oh, I know what I was going to do. Okay, I want one more card, I think. Yeah. I'm going to draw this elf here. And then you all can draw either A, top of the deck, or B from the tableau here. You're doing great. Look at this. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 6 kingdoms already controlled. So when does the age end? Glad you asked, Ruel. The age ends when there are 3 dragon cards here. When the 3rd dragon appears, the age will end. So they're in the bottom half of the deck, so you're not totally sure where it is, but once the first 2 dragons drawn, no worries, but it's the 3rd one that ends the age immediately. So let's see. B, Althea, looks like this one here. Okay, nice draw. And again, think about your next move, folks. I'm going to go with, I'm going to play 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can draw, I'm going to draw another one off the top of the, actually, no, I'm going to draw this wizard. I want to keep that wizard from you. Okay. And then your things, draw Althea, which you did. And then why don't we draw another one for y'all? Thank you, chat, for participating. Hey, you got a Pelagon Minotaur. And then it's my turn. I am going to go with drawing off the top of the deck. Okay, got a wing folk. And then you all, let's see, I have A drop from the top or B drop from here. Looks like A drops from the top. Thank you for participating. Appreciate it. Oh, you got a Duras wingfolk. Oh, lucky. Okay, so I've got 8 here. I'm going to play my elves. The time has come to play the elves because I have a feeling we're going to be battling for Duras or Ethnos. I've got Pelagon. Let's see. You got. Let's battle for Duras because I'm thinking long term. I really want the 10 at the 2nd age. So I'm gonna play. I've got 4 elves, and I can lead with any one of them. I choose to lead with Duras, and with the 4 cards at the end of the age, I get 6 glory. So I'm gonna put those to the side here. I will score those later, and I get to place one of my tribe markers right here in Duras. So now I have control. I have 2 versus your 1. And then thanks to I love the elf cards because the elves, I played a band of 4. I get to keep up to 4 cards in my hand. I just happen to have 4. I'm going to keep all those in my hand. So now it is your turn, friends. You have either a letter A, drop the top of the deck, or letter B, and let me know which one you'd like. You have Rhea, 3 Rheas, 2 dwarves, and a wingfolk, or a Stratton wingfolk. In your hand right now, you have the Althean wingfolk, a Duras wingfolk, and a Pelagon. And it looks like B is Duras. So we are going, man, y'all are going to Duras. Nice. So we're battling. The wingfolk. You may place your marker on any kingdom on the board. You have 2 there, so you can go Duras. But as you've said in chat, thank you. You're going to the Duras right there. So now we are tied. We would split if the round ended now. And your Minotaur goes back there. Now it's my turn. I'm going to draw off the top of the deck. Okay, ooh, I got that. Ooh, that's what I like. Right there, the wizards. And your turn, A or B, you may draw from here, or letter A is off the top of the deck. Letter B is from here. Draw the top. You've got a Pelagon Dwarf. Yay for you. I'm going to draw off the top of the deck. Yes, another wing folk. Okay, yeah, I like this. Because I think I might lead with my wizard. That might be cool. Okay, back to you. You may draw off the top, or you may draw here. Give you just a second to catch. Okay, top again. Thank you. Oh, first dragon card, folks. So that goes away. Again, the third dragon card immediately ends the round, or the age. And then the next card you draw again. Okay, so now you have a Merfolk Rhea. I'm going to draw off the top. I'm really trying to grab another wizard here. Oh, it's Althean Elf. Okay. And then back to you. A off the top of the deck, or B from here. Or you can play. I don't know if you can play. You could play a Rhea Merfolk into here if you'd like. You know, I heard it's a nice time of year in Rhea right now, so maybe you want to go up there. I don't know. So it looks like Chad has said A top, so there's your Ithnes Elf. Whoo, I want to go to Ithnes. Yes. Okay, we're going to Ithnes. I've got 3 Ithnes cards here. I have a choice. I can either do Merfolk, Wingfolk, or Wizard. I am going to go with the Merfolk. Okay, so I've led with my Merfolk. I have 3 of them, so 1 goes to Ithnes. We are now tied. We both have 2 tribe markers there. These are going to be scored at the end of the round, so I'm putting it over here on the side. And because I played 3 markers, I get to move up the Merfolk. Boom! Yeah, I get a free marker now, folks. Yee-haw! So, Merfolk, I am going to add a marker on to Duras. Look at that. So now I have control of the... Again, that's my long-term strategy. I really wanted to take over that. And then I discard the rest of the cards into the tableau here. So you all have some choices to make here. Althea, Stratton, okay, Pelagon. Here's your hand here. Well, looks like y'all ready to go off the top of the deck again. Nice. Okay, you got an Althean Dwarf. So you got, or an Elf. You got a couple of Elves. Let me move this off the screen here. A couple of Elves. You have 1 of each land almost. Yeah, you got 4 different kingdoms, I should say, represented there. So now it's my turn. I am going to draw off the top of the deck. I want to see if I can get some more Ithnes, because I really like Ithnes. Okay, I've got a Duras Wizard. That might be cool, because then I can draw stuff. And then it's back to you all. And I need to check something on the internet real quick, because something is acting up. The internet real quick. Ah, see that? The sound and everything. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's go on to your turn. Would you like to A Althea Elf. Okay, Althea Elf. Nice call. I am also going to draw. I'm going to draw this wizard from here. And back to you. You have a couple of choices here. There are no more elves here. You have 3 elves that you could play. Would you like to recruit A or play B? A is recruit, and let me know if you want to recruit off the deck or a specific tribe. Or you can do B, which is play on here. Okay, looks like A off the top. Boom! Althea Minotaur. Okay, and let me put the Altheans here. So here's your cards here. The tableau's right here in the middle. And I've got the wizards of Stratton. Okay, so I don't have any more wizards. So I'm going to go, my turn, I'm going to draw. Pelagon Wingfolk. All right. You have 6 cards in your hand. You could have up to 10. And let's see what we go. Do you want to draw off there? Those of you just joining me, thank you for hanging out with me today. My name is Ruel Gaviola, and we are playing Ethnos, and y'all are playing with me. Shout out in the chat, A or B, if you want to play off the top of the deck, or B over here. Or B, play a band onto the board here. But we have a answer here. A, Minotaur. Yes, Minotaur right there. All right. Minotaur is in your hand. You have 7 cards. Hand limit to 10. I will draw off the top of the deck. Got a dwarf for Pelagon, which I really didn't want, but that's all good. So why don't we do this? So in the tableau, let me know if you would like to draw a card, or recruit an ally, I should say, or you'd like to play a band into the land here. So let's recruit from the top of the deck. Ooh, there's your Duras Merfolk. Nice, nice, nice. So y'all have some choices to make. You have some elves. I'll put your elves together. You have a couple of minotaurs, and you have a couple of merfolk, and you have a single dwarf. The dwarf is probably not going to be used on your next turn. Okay. You do have 9 cards, so you're getting your limit. So when you hit 10 on your next turn, you must play a band. Okay. So I'm going to draw off the top. Let's see what I can get. Oh, the second dragon. Ah! So that's 2 dragons, friends. The third dragon, remember, ends the round immediately. I hope it's not a dragon. It's a wizard. Yes. Okay, the wizards I like. So we're going to draw one more off the top here for y'all. It's a Duris. Okay, so your next... Let me see. Let me just make sure I counted this right. You have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, you have 9. Okay, my bad. You actually get one more card before you must play. But you can also play it at any time, of course. Okay. My turn. Let's see. I'm going to go with the wizards. Because... Oh, do I really... Oh, I want the Ethnos or Althea. I could do wizards in Stratton or Duris. Duris, I feel like I get a good shot. I'm looking at yours, though. You're going to go in Duris, so I'm going to fend you off. So let's get my wizards. 1, 2, 3 wizards. And we are going to go to Duris. So the wizards, again, I'll just show it real quick. What the wizards do, after I play it, after I discard, I get to draw that many cards from the deck. So I'm going to be able to draw 3 at the end of my turn here. So Duris, I'm going to place here. I'm locking that up. So that second age, that 10 points is... That 10 glory is mine. All glory to Duris. So this will be scored at the end of the round. These get discarded to the tableau. And because I played a band of 3, I draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay, no dragon. Ooh, oh, and I got Ethnos. That's what I was hoping for. The Ethnos are buried in that deck, apparently. Okay, y'all have a choice. A or B. Oh, it looks like someone chose B. Oh, no, that was from the previous turn. So, B, Ethnos. Okay, there it is there. So, okay, the elves. 1, 2, 3 elves into Ethnos. Yeah, that's all the elves you have. So, now you're going to get to play there. Well done, because you have 2 tribes there already. You must play at least 3, which you have done successfully. Well done. These get scored at the end of the round. Now, because you played a band of 3, you get to keep 3 cards. So what 3 cards would you like to keep? We have a couple of merfolk. In Duris, we have a Duris, we have Minotaur. Ooh. If you kept these 3, you have 3 Minotaurs to go into Duris, which might be a good thing. You could also keep merfolk. You are currently, chat, this is the merfolk board. You are 1 ahead of me to get a point there. Looks like chat says Minotaurs. Good choice. So you're going to keep the Minotaurs in hand. These go back into the tableau here. So I can choose from there now. And it is my turn. Well done, friends. I'm going to go with... Ooh, okay. I'm going to play into Ethnos. Right? Can I do that? No, I cannot. Because I have there. Oh, darn. Okay. That changes things. I'm going to draw off the top of the deck. Boom. Duris. And then, friends, you will have a final turn. I think we've done a really good job of showing the game here and getting into the land of Ethnos. So I think we're going to end it there. Well done. As I would say on the internet, GG, good game. There it is, friends. That is Ethnos from Cool Mini or Not, a game by Paolo Mori. As you can see here, it is just a wonderful mix. I always call it a mashup between Blood Rage and Ticket to Ride because you have all the different provinces here you're trying to gain control over, and you're doing that through this really cool card play. And yeah, let's take a look at how you would score it. So I'm going to go back to this screen here. So you have, so first of all, you discard all the cards. So all these cards are going to be discarded into the main tableau, and I'll just get those off screen. And I'm going to score mine first, and I believe you're going to have the advantage because you all played much better than I did. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 elves, and as remember, 4 elves are going to get me 6 points. And actually, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to back up. Let's back up. That's the sound of rewind. We're going to score the kingdoms first. So for Pelagon, no one scored there. You all have Stratton in your clutches, as I would say. So good job. Rhea, no one scored. Duris, again, I really went for Duris because I want that 10 points at the end of the second age. So the end of the first age, it's only worth 4. Over here at Althea, you all got the 8 points. Well done. So you get 8 points. Wow. And then here in Ethnos, you managed to get that last one. Well done, 6 points. So you have 16. Nice. Now we're going to score our bands. So I'm going to score my first band of elves. 4 is for 6 points. So now I have 10. I have a band of 2 wizards, only worth 1. I have a band of 3 elves, worth 3. And then I have another band of 2 elves, only 1 point. And then I have over here 3 wizards is worth 3 more points. So I'm finally taking the lead. And then my final band is a band of merfolk into Ethnos. That's 3. That is 3 more points. So I have scored 21 points in the first age. So now let's take a look at yours. You have played the wingfolk for 2. So that's only worth 1 point. You also played a band of 3 elves, which is worth 3 points. So 20. So yeah, you'll definitely take the lead here. 2 merfolk there at the very end to grab Ethnos, I believe it was. So 2 is worth 1. So we're tied right now. But you've got plenty more bands. You have a band of 3 dwarves, which is 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And you have a band of 2 minotaurs. 1 point. 3 merfolk is worth 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And your final is the merfolk for 2. 1, 2. And then speaking of merfolk, now we check the merfolk track, which you have controlled. It's like having an extra kingdom, basically. So you get the 1 point there. In age 2, it'd be worth 3 points. There's that. And then that's the end of age 1. That's how the scoring would be. We would shuffle up all the cards again and then deal out 1 for each of us and start the whole process over. These would remain here. So I've got a big lead on Duras, and we're going to have a battle between Ethnos, Althea. You have Stratton, and then I think we're both ignoring Pelagon and Rhea. But you know what? Maybe I would probably try to sneak in here to Rhea to get those 4 points, because in age 1, right, we have already scored age 1. We turn these over, and then age 2, they're all worth a little bit more, right? So Pelagon, obviously 2 points, probably not going to worry about that, but these other ones are worth a bunch more. Get more points for the dwarf. That is correct. Yeah, my bad. There was a dwarf scoring here. Where was that dwarf band? Let me see. You all had that dwarf band that you played, which I forgot about. And because the dwarves, remember, the +1. So it was a 1, 2, 3. So I gave you, for a band of 3 dwarves, 3 points. But because the dwarf is played, you actually get 6 points. So you get 3 more points. Good call. 1, 2, 3. Nice catch there, chat. Thank you. That is Ethnos. Love, love, love this game. I played it at 2, 3, 4. I don't know if I played it at 5, but I have played it at 6 a couple of times. Wonderful game. As you can see, it's a really cool mashup of Blood Rage meets Ticket to Ride. Very streamlined. You saw how fast those turns were, and we played almost to the end of the age here. The next dragon card would have come up in 5 cards, so that we were really close to playing that age. Now, when you get to 3 and up players, 3 or more players, you're going to play 3 ages rather than 2 because of how quickly it plays, right? And for the other players, actually no, that's it. For the for 2-player version, it's pretty much the same as the 3 to 6 players. Any questions, folks? Let me know if you have any questions. I want to thank you all for joining me again. Shout out to y'all in chat for playing along with me. It's been a lot of fun. I miss playing this game. I'm probably going to ask my wife, Michelle, if she wants to play it later on tonight. Let me see if... so we've scored the game. Y'all have seen pretty much... you've seen half the tribes, by the way. There are 12 tribes, and you randomly choose which tribes you will play with in a game. And as you saw, we played with those 6, but there are 6 others as well. We have like the giants, the trolls, the orcs. We didn't even touch those. So next time that you play, you can totally change the game. It's a wonderful game. It is so fun, streamlined, and quick to play. It's really easy to teach to new gamers. I really appreciate the fact that you're just doing one thing per turn. You either recruit by drawing a card, or you play cards by discarding them into the tableau. How do you initially shuffle dragons? Great question. Thank you for asking. The dragons. So what you do, you take all your tribes. So I believe it's 12 cards in each tribe. So 6 cards, or 6 tribes, 72 cards. Shuffle those up. Then you split the deck roughly in half. and you'll put the 3 dragons in one half, shuffle that half, that'll be the bottom. So the top half, no dragons. Somewhere in that bottom half, there will be dragons, and that's how it triggers the end game there, or the end of the age. Thanks, great question. Any other questions? I'm going to hydrate while y'all ask me questions. Someone had actually asked, I don't know if I'm still there, but what my favorite tribe was is. I played them all. I really like the Wizards and Elves just because it helps you keep cards or get cards in your hand. Because normally when you play a band into the land here, you have to discard your entire hand, right? So you score the ones that are in your band, and then you get rid of the other ones. As you saw, the elves, the number of elves you play, you get to keep that number of cards. So the elves are pretty cool because you can sort of like, you play your elves and you can keep cards in your hand. The wizards are like too, because when you play the wizards, you get to draw additional cards. So it's like your hand's never empty, which I really like. So that's probably one of my favorite ones. Shane, can you show a close-up of each of the different tribes? Absolutely, great. Let's take a quick look here. And so there is let me go over here. So we have the dwarves, right? They're the ones count as +1 at the end of age scoring, which y'all caught me doing there. We have the Minotaur. +1 for placing a marker on the board, which I think you all did, right? And then the Wing Folk. That one's you can place on any kingdom of the board. So that one's cool because you can sort of like decide where you want to go rather than be limited to what it says on the card there, which I always appreciate. Let's see, we saw the dwarves, wing folk. What are the other ones that we played this turn? Oh, the merfolk. Yeah, the merfolk, like the sea creatures, right? I like the merfolk. That one you get event space on the merfolk track, and we saw the track there, which y'all got an extra point. It goes up to 18 points and 18 spots. So during a game, you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 4 additional tribe markers placed on the board, which is always helpful. What else did we play? We played the elves. Love the elves. That's the one you play those. You can keep up to X amount of cards in your hand. You play 4 elves, you get to keep 4 cards. We also played the wizards. Draw that many cards from the deck. And let me see. Do I have the other cards? I don't have the other cards readily available for me, unfortunately. Let me see. I can't remember what they're called. I think halflings are my favorite. Where you can only get bands of 6. I think it's been a while. Yeah, the halflings are another one. Friends, yes. And I mean, I have the cards here in the box. Where is the box? I'm gonna just for y'all. I'm gonna take the box out. We're gonna dig through these cards here. We'll show each one. So the trolls. I have a troll. I am not a troll, but I have a troll. Here's the wing. That's the merfolk. The trolls, what they do is, take an unclaimed troll token with up to a value of X. So the trolls actually have their own tokens here. So this is like, this troll is worth 4 points, and so forth. There are various points. So it's another way to collect points. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, yeah, the orcs. The orcs are cool. Draw an orc here. So the orcs, what they do, let me throw one on the board here or on the screen so y'all can see it. There it is. Place a marker on the matching space of the orc board. So you know how we have the merfolk, I can't even talk now. This board, the merfolk. The orcs have their own board here, and you get your own. This is so cool. You get your own board here. And what you're doing is, as each orc is played, you're going to place markers here, right? And then you get to score, depending on how many you have here, the matching space of the orc board. So as you score these up, you got more and more. You go from 1 marker all the way up to 6 for 20 points. So the more orcs that you can play, your little markers here, the more points you get. Really cool. And then, hey, thanks for subscribing, Vamp X13 and Game Freak Geek Girl. Thank you for the gift subs. Appreciate it. Much appreciated. I'm just going over some of the other tribes here in Ethnos, which we just played. I got the skeletons as well. Oh, so much variety in this game. The skeletons are funny. What they do are, I'm going to show you here, is, skeletons. They can't be a leader. Okay, so you can never lead with skeletons, but they can be used with any band of allies. It's almost like a wild card. Must be discarded before the end of scoring. So, unfortunately, they don't help you score, but they will help you get those your tribe control markers out on the board. So you just play those with any other tribe, and then they go right in there. Pretty cool. Okay, so I think that's enough. That's you've gotten a great taste of Ethnos, one of my favorite games. I want to thank you all again for joining me. Much appreciated. Check this game out. Yes, Ethnos is awesome. Every game is so different. Yes, that is so true. Depending on what tribes that you're playing with, the gameplay can be so different. And yet it still maintains that very simple, hey, draw a card or play a card or play a band of cards, right? So thank you again, friends. I'm going to log off for now. I'll see you next time here. Much appreciated. Have a great weekend and take care. Bye, everybody.